have the Toronto Maple Leafs found their missing piece, as well as this trade would fix the New Jersey Devils? And I'll break it all down for you coming up on this episode of Hattrick HQ. And if you're one of the thousands of people watching this that aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure down below, hit that subscribe button for your daily dose of hockey content. But with that said, let's get right into the first topic of the video today, which is this trade fixes the Devils. And in a recent report here from Nashville Hockey News, he highlighted a report by Pierre LeBrun indicating the continued interest from the Devils in goaltender UC Saros. The Devils were also trying to acquire Jacob Markstrom, and while the status of that situation remains unclear, Predators GM Barry Trotz is said to be open to offseason goaltending trade conversations. Gallagher suggests if it would require a significant package to tempt Trotz into parting ways with Saros, he says he won't settle for inadequate or unproven assets, and any potential offer from the Devils would need to include high-value assets like Dawson Mercer, Seamus Casey, and a first-round pick to capture Trotz's attention. And if we take a look at UC Saros' stats here this season, obviously has been a phenomenal goaltender during his time here in Nashville in the NHL. This season is having a .908 save percentage in 54 starts, 29 wins, 21 losses. But as we see here in previous seasons, I mean, he's consistently put up over a 900 save percentage, and just this year being the dip here with a 908, he's usually up in the 910 plus range in his career here. I mean, this guy's a phenomenal goaltender that, you know, the New Jersey Devils have kind of been searching for here. They've been looking for an answer between the pipes, and they tried to go out to deadline, as we've seen, to get Jacob Markstrom, to get UC Saros, but they couldn't get the trade over the line at the deadline. So now, once everything regroups here in the offseason, I think this will be something that the Devils and their front office will be going after here. They're going to be trying to shore up the goaltending. Obviously, they did trade for Jake Allen. They did trade for Kaapo Kähkönen. But Jake Allen has looked good in his few starts here in New Jersey, but they are looking for, a 1A type goaltender. I think Jake Allen, at his age and the way he is right now, he could be a really great backup in this league, but, you need someone who's going to go in and take the majority of the starts and give Jake Allen, a couple of starts here and there to give the league goaltender some rest, and he'll be great in that situation. But bringing in a full-time starter here would be great for the Devils, and UC Saros is the perfect answer here, in my opinion. This is really the only thing that has kind of been stunting the New Jersey Devils this year, is their lack of solid goaltending. I think if they had like a solid goaltender like UC Saros, who's above 900 save percentage every year in his career in the NHL, I think this could really help them out and really get them over the line here and really get them in the playoffs, get them in the Stanley Cup hunt, because they have such a deep roster. They have one of the best players in the league in Jack Hughes, really up-and-comer. I think he's going to be the next big star here in the NHL, and he's only young. They also have Dougie Hamilton, a couple other guys there that are really great for this team. A lot is coming over the other end of a rebuild now, looking to be contenders, and I think this offseason we will see them be heavily inquiring on a goaltender and some veteran presences to shore up this bottom six, this, second line, and I think this team is going to be phenomenal. Obviously, trading away to Foley and stuff like this over the trade deadline. I think now they're just kind of in retool mode for this offseason to kind of bring something in here to help them for next season. And as we take a look at their goaltending from this season, obviously, like I said, they've been trying to find something here. Obviously, Vitek Vanacek had 17 wins for them, putting up an .890 save percentage. And as we take a look at all the goaltenders here, you got Nico Daz, Akira Schmid, Jake Allen, and Kaapo Kähkönen, who have been recent acquisitions for them. But like I said, in his couple of starts, Jake Allen has looked good. 9.45, the only goaltender on the roster right now with over a 900 save percentage. I know this is in a small sample size, but I think acquiring a guy like UC Saros, a goaltender of that status, will really help this team going forward, or really get them, in those games where they need that extra save, where they need that extra couple of saves. This guy's going to make the saves that normally goaltenders won't. He's just a phenomenal goaltender. We've seen him have highlight reel saves before in his career, and he's really kept Nashville into games at times, and I think this is what the New Jersey Devils needs, and obviously it's going to come at a cost here, and obviously it's going to be first round picks, maybe multiple first round picks in this deal, and a guy like Dawson Mercer, who I think has so much potential here. You can call me a homer from Newfoundland like Dawson Mercer, but I think this guy has so much potential to be a great player in this league, and I think him going to Nashville could, really put this deal through and get them over the line. And if we just take a look at Dawson Mercer going the other way here, obviously this guy in his third year in the NHL at 22 years of age still has room to grow here with 28 points in 68 games this season. This guy's a great center, 46% from the faceoff dot, which is very much improved during his first 2 years. I think this guy's going to be a great center in this league. A solid top 2 or bottom 6 center for some teams here. And I think him going to Nashville here and securing up that second line center role for them will really help them out as well. I think it's a team deal that helps both sides. Obviously, if you're a Devils fan, you'd hate to see a guy like Dawson Mercer go. He puts his heart out there on the ice every night, and he's going to go to battle for your team every night. And obviously, you don't want to see a guy like this go at such a young age. But if it means bringing in a goaltender with the status of UC Saros, I think you had to make this happen. But I want to hear from you guys down below in the comment section. What do you think about a UC Saros trade to the Devils? And would you, if you're a Devils fan, trade Dawson Mercer the other way? Let me know down below. We're going to get into our second topic of the video today, which is Robertson is the missing piece for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And if we take a look here, this is a quote from head coach Sheldon Keefe. He says, I don't know how many games it is now where he has been a scratch and come in and scored right away. He also says he gives us that sort of boost. So this is really high praise coming from the head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And if we go in further here in this article by the Toronto Sun, they did say Robertson's goal in the second period of the Leafs 5-4 shootout loss against Carolina Hurricanes marked the third in 2023-24 that the 22-year-old scored in his first game after sitting out at least 2 in a row. And they also say the goal was Robertson's 8th of the season at 5-on-5. Only 5 Leafs, Austin Matthews, William Nylander, Mitch Marner, Matthew Knies, and John Tavares have more. And Robertson has played in 42 games, at least 20 fewer than each of the other 5 teammates. So it just shows how big of an offensive spark this guy has when putting back into the lineup here. And we do also have a quote for him. It says, anyone in the lineup... you can get more reps, more practices, more games. You just feel their style and you adapt to it. He says, I'm happy to play with Johnny and hope we can get even more chemistry going, and as well with Kniesy too. He also did say here, you never know how your career is going to start, but it's about how you go from that and how you finish. He says, I'm not the first person that is going through the injuries and the up and down type deal with the Marlies. He said, hopefully one day I can help someone out and know I've been in their situation. This is just the beginning. It's never going to be smooth sailing, but hopefully it's a little more smooth for me now than what it has been. And obviously, Nick Robertson has been up and down throughout the Toronto Maple Leafs system throughout this season because, this Toronto team is a hard team to crack. It's a hard team to get up and stay up there permanently because they have such a deep lineup. But it just seems like Nick Robertson hasn't been taking this, in vain or anything. It just seems that he's taking this knowing, okay, Marner's coming back or whoever's coming back into the lineup, I got to step down. But he's trying to make most of his opportunity here when he gets into this lineup to prove to the Leafs, prove to the coaching staff that he belongs here. He should stay in this lineup. And it really shows how much work ethic and drive this guy has to be a full-time NHLer. And it seems to me that this guy has provided a great spark throughout the offensive spark throughout the bottom 6 here when he gets plugged into this lineup because he has such a lethal shot. One of the, better shots in the NHL on the Leafs. And we've seen Austin Matthews say previously that, Robertson has the best shot on the team when he's there. So, this guy's a lethal shot. He knows how to pick the corner. He knows how to beat the goaltender. And when he gets plugged into this lineup, this is exactly what he does. He provides such a great offensive spark to this team and provides a great secondary scoring throughout this bottom 6. And I really think him playing with Tavares and Matthew Knies here on this third line is great for him because, Matthew Knies is the guy who's a big body. He's going to stand in front of the net there. You got Tavares, who's such a great playmaker. Knies is a great playmaker as well. And then you have a guy like Nick Robertson that when he's in this spot, when he gets an open shooting lane, he's almost going to put it in the back of the net, a lot of the time. And if he doesn't put it in the back of the net, it's rebound. It's a secondary chance for the players out there on the ice. And I think this guy, still at a young age is we're really developing great here within this Leafs system. And I think, next season, maybe, into the latter half of this season, he's really going to cement himself into this lineup because I think, like I said, you see his brother. You hate to make the brother comparison, but Jason Robertson has been playing phenomenal for the Dallas Stars. And I think Nick Robertson has the potential to be, this type of impact player for this Toronto Maple Leafs team. And I'm really excited to see what he can do going forward. And like I said here at the beginning of the video, I think this guy is the missing piece for this roster. I think he provides a great scoring throughout this lineup, and I know it's going to be tough for him to kind of stay up here when Kelly Yarncroke and Mitch Marner comes back. But if he can prove that he belongs here during the time where these guys are out, I think we will see him stay up, maybe as a scratch, maybe as a full-time guy in this bottom six. And I'm really excited to see that happen because I'm really high on this guy. I think this guy has a lot of potential and a really big ceiling to be a great player here in the NHL and for the Toronto Maple Leafs. But I want to hear from you guys down below in the comment section. What do you think about Nick Robertson? Are you high on him as I am? What do you think? Do you think he's the missing piece for this Leafs team going into the playoffs? Because I think the Leafs are going to have a great playoff run here, and I think Sheldon Keefe and the coaching staff are going to do what's right for this team going forward. But for now, I think Nick Robertson is going to be an impact player for the Toronto Maple Leafs down the home stretch of the season. But like I said, I want to hear from you guys down below in the comment section. We're going to get into everybody's favorite topic here, which is comment of the day. And the comment of the day today goes to Do Good. He says cowboy with the cowboy hat emoji, and of course he is talking about Easton Cowan. He broke the London Knights record last night for consecutive point streak. I believe he's at 34 right now. I think he's the first player to do that in 30 or 40 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, like I talked about in yesterday's video, this guy has been playing unreal for the London Knights. I think he's going to be really impactful for this team next season. I really hope we get to see him in the opening night roster. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road for 3,500 subscribers here, so if you love NHL and you want to keep up to date on everything that's happening around the league, make sure to go down below and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to check out that Easton Cowan vid I did yesterday, it'll be popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, KC. Keep your stick on the ice.